Good afternoon. A couple minutes early, so probably no one's here yet. Well, I guess there is 3 people here. Welcome. See, Austin Garrett commented earlier. Hello, Austin, if you're in here. Well, it looks like only 2 people here now. I had a very busy week this week. Had physical therapy on Monday. Then on Tuesday, Oreo had to go to the vet. Thursday, had to go get my windshield replaced. Friday, I had physical therapy again. And then Saturday, I made my normal trip into Waldron to the breakfast buffet at Rock Cafe. And then I went to the meat sale that Harps was having. They had a 4-hour meat sale. And I got some chicken drumsticks. And also, I got some ribs. They had a very good price on them. The drumsticks were 88 cents a pound. They came in 5-pound bags. And the ribs, they were, I believe it was $1.57 a pound. And they were various weights, like 4 or 5 pounds. I think I got like 4.5 pounds. Now here's Dino. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to mess your name up again. Was it Lena? Or am I messing that up again? I'm sorry. It takes me a while to learn names. Leanie, that's it. Leanie. I actually should write that down. So, ow. Dino gets bit my elbow. Playfully bit me. I'm actually going to make a note of that, Leanie, so maybe I can remember it and won't keep messing it up. Okay, I have it saved in the notepad on my phone. Hello, Mike. And just to let you know, Mike, that Amazon order made it here. I think that came Thursday. I think it's the day I was gone to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Thursday. It came the day I was going to get my windshield in. And what Mike does for me, she has an automatic delivery from Amazon of a bag of cat food, a package of paper towels, and a box of trash bags for me every month. I really appreciate that, because that's stuff that I need every month, and that has been real helpful. Hello, Des. Hello, Joanne. Okay, Leanie, but I do want to try to be able to pronounce it right. That's my goal with everyone's name. Hello, Sassy777. Okay, I know right at the very beginning, it's telling how my week went, so I don't think everyone was in here then. Well, Monday, I had physical therapy. I told about that on my Wednesday night live. Found out a few things, and that went pretty well. Then Tuesday, I had to take Oreo to the vet. He'd been throwing up like once or twice a day consistently. He'd been throwing up. It was a clear, foamy something that he was throwing up. So I wanted to get him checked out. It turns out he has an infection in the back of his throat. So they gave him a steroid shot and an antibiotic shot. That was Tuesday morning. The last time I had seen him throw up was Monday night. The night before he went to the vet. I have not seen him throw up since. And he was, well, I shouldn't say he was. I was catching him throwing up once or twice a day, consistently. So that definitely is helping. And they said what it was, that infection was irritating his throat, and that's what was making him throw up. Then Thursday, I had to go to Fort Smith and get my windshield replaced. That was smashed in the storm the previous Thursday. And that actually went quite well. I am not a fan of going to cities. I was not looking forward to the trip. But when I got there, everything was already done online. I had it paid for and everything. So it was just a matter of, okay, here's your file. Do you have your keys? And the keys, and he immediately went over to the window, handed it to the technician, told him, your 11 o'clock is here. Technician came over, got it, and within 5 minutes, he was pulling it in. Then after that, oh, there's coffee over there. There's water in the refrigerator. The Wi-Fi password is on that white piece of paper there by the coffee creamer. We have a bathroom. Go through this door, turn right if you need to use the bathroom. It was just so pleasant there. And he kept me informed. It ended up taking him 2 hours to replace the windshield. He kept me informed on that. They said it most likely was the original windshield in there. It didn't look like it had ever been replaced before. And he said on vehicles that old, because this van is 25 years old, the old windshields are very hard to get out. They had to really do some work on it to get it out. Then you got the new one in, and wiped off the dash, vacuumed out the front of the van, because the back of it, I had stuff in there, you couldn't get to that anyway, but vacuumed out the front of it, washed all the windows on it. And I was very happy with their service there. And it's got a lifetime warranty against leaks, or if the windshield breaks due to glass defect or something they did putting it in, which that I think is going to be hard to prove, but that's part of the warranty. But as far as the leak, if it starts leaking at some point, they'll take care of that. Back while I was there was a guy came in, had his windshield replaced in October of 2019, and it just started leaking 2 weeks ago. They looked him up in the computer because he didn't have his receipt. They looked him up in the computer. Okay, here you are. Yeah, that's replaced February, whatever the date. I've got the date, 2019. And he said that was right. Okay, I can fit you in such and such a day. I forgot what day they told him. So I know they are good on that warranty if it starts leaking. Hello, Big Matt. Yeah, it is nice to have a new one, Des. Even though 80% of the damage was on the passenger side, still with those cracks there, when the sun hit it, it would reflect the sun and it would shine right in my face. Even though the sun was up overhead. It'd be just like driving into the sun at sunrise or sunset because of those cracks. So that would not have been nice. Oh, that's perfectly fine, Joanne. I'm in lives all the time and don't chat much. I'm always trying to do other stuff. In fact, there's a couple in here right now that can tell you about that. Peaceful Des, Our Treasured Home. I have their lives playing, but I'm not always there being able to chat all the time. Speaking of Our Treasured Home, hello, Nancy. Hello, Emily. Well, 42 is not too bad for New York at the end of March, but I like our weather here a lot better, Emily. Well, thank you, Emily. And that's all I'm going to do is just replace the windshield. The other damage I'm not going to worry about. Doesn't look quite as nice as it did before, but who's saying a 25-year-old van has to look nice? And it doesn't look terrible. Hello, my daily life. Hello, Tony. Oh, that's nice, Emily. Yeah, I was outside doing some stuff today. So I didn't really cook anything for dinner tonight. When I went to get my windshield replaced the other day, I was 4 miles from Aldi's. So I just went to Aldi's and grabbed some groceries that day. And I'd like to keep some stuff in the freezer that I can just throw in the microwave when something like this happens. Because half hour, I didn't have time enough to cook anything and eat it. So I got a couple chicken pot pies while I was there. So I had one of them. And I got a package of egg rolls. So I had a chicken pot pie and an egg roll for dinner. And a Hawaiian sweet roll. Yep, you noticed, didn't you, Emily? Yep, actually, when I said I was outside doing stuff this afternoon, that was one of the things I was doing. And that will be in my next video also. Well, we're not supposed to have our son tomorrow, Emily, so I guess you can borrow the sun for tomorrow. We're supposed to have rain, possibly thunderstorms tomorrow. They're saying 1 to 2 inches of rain. Nope, no fleece at night here. Tomorrow night it's supposed to drop down into the 30s. But I haven't even hardly had my heater on the last week or two. There was one night I did run it all night. Then shut it off first thing in the morning because it was starting to warm up and I didn't want to get too warm in here. Last night, I started it up for half hour, 45 minutes. And it went from 64 degrees to 70. Then I shut it off and left it off all night. Hasn't been on since. Got up this morning and it was, I think it was 55 this morning. I'm not sure when I will be moving my daily life. Jeff has no idea when the rest of the work that's got to be done in his property is going to get done. You got to get it leveled out where hoop coops and fencing's going to go, and then get the plumbing hooked up. Hopefully that won't be too long. So I think that's the only, well, a few other little small things. Needs to get his water heater hooked back up, and he's got to get a couple cabinets because he took a couple cabinets out of there and took them down into the house that I'm going to be moving in. But he's not going to take them back. He's going to get new ones for his place. So just get a few little things like that. Last I knew, he was looking for a toilet. But I don't know if everyone knows or not. Jeff put a video out the other day. He was sick most of last week. So he just barely was able to tend to his chickens. So he didn't get any extra stuff done. So that put things behind a few days. But hopefully it won't be too long. Then once he gets moved, then I got some fencing to get put up. And they have to get the floors fixed in the house. But really don't have a time frame on that yet. Hello, J&B. Thank you. I normally like to try to cut my hair in the spring and fall. Well, one of our friends, and I'm sure some of you heard him complaining about it, was complaining about my hair is so bad last fall that I didn't cut it last fall just to spite him. But this spring, I just couldn't let it go any longer. And when it gets so long, it's just so hard to take care of. Then you get out in a little wind and it just blows all over the place. And it seems like you're using a half bottle of shampoo trying to shampoo it. So this is going to work out a lot better for me. Well, HOWDY's is pretty good. The only thing I'm finding, I don't know if it's HOWDY's in general or just the one that I've been going to. It seems like some of their prices are a little bit high. Till I was going to get butter. I actually can get, it's not really butter I get, it's the vegetable oil spread. I actually can get the same size container of Blue Bonnet, 45 ounces, for about $1 less at Harps than HOWDY's charges for their brand of the vegetable oil spread. And I had a bag of sugar on my list too, but I wasn't in desperate need of that either. And that was about 30 cents higher. That didn't used to be. It used to be HOWDY's was the cheapest. It'd be a very, very rare occasion when you could find something cheaper anywhere else. So I just got the stuff that was cheaper there. I think those were the only two items that I had on my list that I decided not to get there. Chicken pot pies are good. And I love the Hawaiian sweet rolls, but it has to be a generic brand that I get because they're expensive if you get a name brand. Well, thank you, Emily. I like that, Judy. 3 of your favorite things. Well, you're welcome, Emily. Figure since you're not going to be using the sun tomorrow, you might get some old borrow it. Yeah, actually, I saw that on the radar, Mike. I saw there was a pretty good line of thunderstorms moving through Oklahoma. They're saying we're supposed to have slight chance of showers before midnight, then after midnight. And I'm going to check, see if anything's changed. Well, now they're not even saying anything for the evening. They're just saying rain likely with scattered thunderstorms after midnight. Gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Chance of rain 70%. Average rainfall 1/10 of an inch. Then tomorrow, rain and scattered thunderstorms. Breezy with highs in mid-60s. Winds 15 to 25 with gusts up to 40. Chance of rain 100%. Average rainfall 1 to 2 inches. So it sounds like a pretty wet day tomorrow. Well, I haven't had any heat on during the day. I would say at least a month and a half. And a lot of nights, no heat. You know, if I do just like last night, had on for like half hour, 45 minutes, got up 70 degrees, and then just shut it off. Good for the night. It was kind of chilly this morning when I got up, but temperature outside was going up, so that meant it was warming up in here, so I didn't bother turning the heater on. I thought about it, running it for maybe a half hour, but then I decided not to. Yeah, Leanie, that was like my mom. She had a thyroid disorder, and she was cold all the time. She'd wear a sweater in the summer when it was 80 degrees. Hello, Joe. No. Stay off the keyboard, Domino. You go behind the laptop, remember? And she's young, she'll learn. I got most of the other cats trained. No, go behind. There you go. Good girl, Domino. Earl is recovering quite well. He's still separated from the other ones, but he's got a run attack to the dog crate now. He's still hopping around a little bit, but he's much better than he was. I actually kept him in the dog crate a week or so longer than I planned on because I wanted him to rest his leg. But he got to the point where he seemed to be doing pretty good. So I let him out. He's getting a little more exercise now. I think he's happier to have more space. But I didn't want him to get run around too much and delay the healing of it. I've been using Suave shampoo for years. That seems to be about the best thing to control my hair. Thank you for that reminder about the thumbs up, J&B. Sure you do, Judy. You got an Audi's. You're going to have to drive a ways to it. What are you, like, probably 3 miles from Fort Smith? I know I'd be kind of foolish. Have to rent a motel room to go to the grocery store. Go there one day, drive home the next day. I don't go there too often. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the cities. Hello, Nikki. Hello, DJ. No, Judy, that can't happen. Well, I'm hoping that we don't start running out of anything until after I move. Because I really don't have the place to put a lot of stuff right now. But I do plan on, after I move in, start stocking up on some stuff. My mom used to wear a sweater all the time because she had a thyroid disorder. The same as Leanie. Yes, Emily, my cats do love me. That's for sure. I think probably later on this week, as long as I have the younger ones separated, have them enclosed where they can't get to Earl, I think Earl can go back out with his girls later on this week. I'm just trying to get him to take it easy with that leg and let it completely heal. Oh, I don't think you're shouting, J&B. I know some people do all caps just because they want to make sure their comment gets seen. So I don't think anything about that. You know, Emily, The only one of those stores that I've ever been to is Acme. And that was when I was real young. Um, yeah, that store closed when I probably was 6, 7 years old, I would say. Those other ones I've never been to. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Goldie. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be long-term issues with the supply in the path of the eclipse. But with everyone flooding into the area, yeah, it's going to be a problem for a few days. I know someone said stock up like you would for a major snowstorm. They're saying there's going to be shortage of gas for a few days. So I'm just going to make sure I've got everything that I need. And I don't think it's going to be a major problem. Yes, you try to go to the store the day after the eclipse, you're probably not going to get what you want. But I think by the time the week's out, they'll have the store stocked back up again. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I can definitely see having short-term problems. Yeah, that's what I want to start doing, Judy, is stocking up a little bit each week. But I just don't want to do it right now because I don't have the extra room to store stuff right now. And then it's that much more stuff I have to move. But once I get moved, then I am going to start stocking up a little bit. Hello, Doris. Hello, Charlene. Yeah, my mom and dad always made sure they were stocked up. My father always used to say, might not be exactly what you want to eat, but you definitely could survive for at least 6 months with the food they had in the house. Yeah, I don't really think someone could have a shortage of gas, Emily. I know I did say shortage, but it's just with so many extra people in this area, they're going to be filling their cars up, and there's just not going to be enough gas to go around, and they're going to run out of gas, and then next time the truck comes through to fill their tanks, it should be back to normal. Okay, thanks for being here, Nancy. I appreciate it. Yeah, I always say, Judy, that it's better to be safe than sorry. But they do know just from all the motels being booked solid and stuff that there is going to be a lot of extra people coming into the area where the eclipse is going to be. If people weren't planning on coming, they wouldn't be booking motel rooms. So that is a good indication right there that there's going to be a lot of extra people coming. Yeah, and once I get moved, I'll have room enough, so I'll be able to store a lot of food in there. I'm hoping it won't be too much longer, Charlene. You'll be having a partial eclipse, Emily. I saw that the other day. But the total eclipse isn't going to be near where you are. But the partial eclipse, that extends out for hundreds and hundreds of miles each way. Yeah, that's right, DJ. I got a plan of action. Yep, that's what he always figured, J&B. He said they could easily survive 6 months what they had in the house. Because my mom did a lot of canning, so she had all kinds of canned goods. And she had potatoes down cellar. And you open up any cupboard in the kitchen, you'd have to be careful something didn't fall out. She always had sugar, flour, baking powder, baking soda, all the usuals that you use all the time. She had one cupboard full of spices. And my father planned that kitchen out. Well, had to figure it in the area that he had to work with in the house. The original kitchen was an old house built back in the 1920s. And the original kitchen just had a sink and I don't even know if there was a stove in there. Because I think the old cook stove was in the next room because that also doubled as heat for the house. Anyways, he took that small, I think it was like a 6 by 10 foot area, something like that, and then took part of the old wood shed and made a kitchen out of it. And across the end and all the way down one wall was all cupboards, lower and upper. No, there will be a partial eclipse where you are, Emily. The partial eclipse extends out a long ways from the total. Yep, you hear baby chicks, Melissa. In fact, my laptop's sitting right on top of the brooder. They're getting pretty good size now. I want to put them outside, but we're still going to have a few nights that's going to be a little chilly because they're pretty much all feathered out now. But tomorrow night it's supposed to drop down into the 30s, and I don't want them out there when it's getting down there. I want to stay a little bit warmer at night, so I keep checking the forecast. I do have a heater I can put in with them. It's the same one that I had in the coop for the big chickens when I was in New York. It puts out a little heat, and they huddled around it if they're cold. It works really well, but I don't want to have to depend on that. And it's going to warm up later on this week, and then for part of next week, it's supposed to be kind of chilly again. Down around 40 next Tuesday night. And it's supposed to be raining. I don't want to put them out in the rain, have drop down cold, then have them all get sick. Yeah, I'm sure you would have enjoyed talking to my mom and dad, Judy. I like that. Doris heard her name. Hi, Doris. Hello, Austin. Yeah, Austin always comes in several hours before the live and says hello to me. Then I always say hello to him at the beginning when he's not even here. But he always comes in later on. Yep, it sure is, Judy. The eclipse is going to be April 8th. Here in Arkansas, it's, I believe, is it just after 1 o'clock or just after 2 o'clock? I can't remember now. It's either just after 1 or just after 2. Early afternoon. But it's gonna, that's when it's gonna be completely dark. The actual eclipse, beginning to end, I believe it's like 2 or 3 hours. The moon will very gradually start blocking the sun, and then early afternoon, then it will be completely covered for up to 4.5 minutes. I think here it's supposed to be just a little over 4 minutes. Game B, what they had was, it was originally just more or less a crawl space. It was about 3 foot deep, and they just put a little bit of stuff down there. And then my mom and dad dug it out, and right from the floor to the floor of the first floor of the house, I could just barely stand up. My head would actually touch the floor. So that was 6 foot. And then by the time you figure the floor joist in there, that was about 5.5 feet. So you each had to walk down there, bent over. But it was a cellar that was, let me see, it was 15 feet across, and must have been a little over 20 feet long. And there was shelving down there where my mother put her canned goods. The furnace was down there, water pump, and the fuel oil tank for the furnace. It served the purpose. It wasn't a full basement or anything, but and I was telling her about, originally it was about 3 foot deep, and then they dug it down. My father would actually fill buckets up, dug it out with a shovel and pickaxe, filled buckets up, and my mother took the buckets out back, and there was a low spot in the backyard, and dumped the dirt out there to flatten that out. Yeah, I actually wish that I could get my hands on some copies of the pictures that he had of the house, because he had some before and after pictures. They did a lot of work on that house. I'm doing pretty good, Austin. Hello, Al. Well, Judy, that is one reason. Um, I don't know if it was quite as bad with my father, but still, they didn't have much. But my mother grew up in a family with 18 kids, and they really struggled to be able to feed the whole family. So that's why they always made sure that there was plenty of food in the house because of the way that they'd been brought up. Now, I'll try to find that map again, Emily. Because I know the entire state of New York, including New York City. What's not in the total is in a partial. You want to make me work, don't you, Judy? Well, that's nice, Melissa. I don't have my incubator going yet. I should, but where I really want to put the incubator is right where I have these chicks sitting. And that's another one. Once I get moved, I'll be set up a lot better for that. Okay. We'll move the laptop off from the router so I can open that up. I got a zip tie on it to keep the cover secure on it, so I got to cut that off. And the chicks know what's going to happen. They know when I cut that zip tie off, I'm opening that. They're all looking up at me. Who wants to come out for show and tell? You want to come out? Okay. Oh, you're okay. You want my Easter eggers? Look at the camera. Here's another Easter egger. She's marked up a little different. Don't bite me. Here's one of the barred rocks. They sure have grown. I better put a zip tie on there. just to be on the safe side. I really don't think these covers could move around enough so they can get out, but I got each end securely fastened. That just gives a little bit more there. Hey, Domino, you got stuck in your ear. Yep, that's right, DJ Chick TV. Hello, Radio Man. Yeah, we're going to be a little earlier than 3:30 here. But I think it's going to be later the farther north that you get. Hello, AR Patriot. Hello, Henry Leslie Vermont. Yeah, I spent most of the day enjoying the sunshine here. It wasn't a real sunny day. We did have a good amount of sun middle of the day. Started out cloudy this morning, now it's clouded back up, but we didn't get any rain today. Yep, Des. L sneaked in. Well, Jane B, there was a few less in my dad's family. 3. Yeah, he had brother and a sister, and that was that. Yeah, normally the partial eclipses aren't a big deal because they happen more often. But the total eclipse doesn't happen too often. Yep, that's right, DJ. Back years ago, people just did what they had to do. And oh yeah, they're pretty well feathered out now. Yeah, they're all sweet chickens, Judy. Oh yeah, Jamie, they grow up so quick. I think Tuesday they're going to be 5 weeks old. Yep. Tuesday they'll be 5 weeks old. So they're not really all that old. It's just They grow so fast. Yeah, that second one does have a lot of colors. Both now they're not so much, but the cats were fascinated with the chicks at first. They would get up top of the brooder and look down in and watch them. But now the chicks are reaching up and grabbing their feet and biting them, just like you do with my fingers. If I happen to put my hand on top of it, I'll get bit every time. And the cats would sit in my lap, and it's a clear toe. They sit in my lap and watch them. And they're really fascinated. Now, they pretty much just walk past them and don't really pay them any attention now. I don't think I'm going to go live for the eclipse, but I'm going to be doing some filming. I wasn't going to film the actual eclipse. I was just going to film where it gets dark and gets light again. But just in case I do decide to film the actual eclipse, I did buy a couple filters for my camera. Even though I only need one, came as a 2-pack. So they're supposed to be here Tuesday. So I've got that option. No, none of my aunts and uncles are still living. My last aunt died I think it was 4 or 5 years ago. Hello, Ark Wildman. I didn't notice anything too interesting about the last partial eclipse that we had. I wasn't really looking for anything, but I know it darkened up a little bit, and the temperature dropped a few degrees. Go for it, Judy. You can do it. Come on, Judy. Where's the chicken math? My favorite beverages are iced tea and coffee. Yeah, if you're gonna film the sun, you definitely need filters. I don't know what it is. I heard it one time. I can't remember what it is now. There's something about when the eclipse happens that the sun it'll burn your eyes right up, and same thing with camera lenses. It'll burn something up in them. Yeah, speaking of the chickens pecking, Dino was walking across the brooder the other day, and one of the chicks reached up and pecked his foot. And he just gave that chick the dirtiest look and then continued on. Hello, Sue. Emily, you're saying it's hard to believe that I don't have any aunts and uncles living because I'm in the same age group as you? If that's what you're saying, it's because my mom was 39 and my dad was 49 when I was born. Or, no, 36 and 46. That's what it was. 36 and 46. So, my aunts and uncles were older. Because most of them, not all of them, but most of them lived into their 70s, 80s. My mom and dad were still alive. My father would have just turned 99 on March 14th. And then April 5th, my mom would have turned 89. I don't know a lot of my cousins. I know very few of them. Yeah, that's right, Judy. If Mama V can build a cabin, surely you can go live. Hello, Jonesy. Yeah, that's right, DJ. You're right now. Yeah, Joe, I would think, I know it's not true, but I would think since the sun's partially covered and that's going to be completely covered, that it wouldn't be as bad as looking at the sun on a day when there's not an eclipse. I know it is, but oh, that's good, DJ. I'm glad you're learning something. Hello, the chicken. Yeah, that's what a lot of them are saying for down here, the chicken. There's actually a meteorologist that said he's gonna put a post out about it once it gets a little closer and he gets a chance to look things over and stuff to see what he thinks. But even if it is cloudy, we're still going to see it getting dark in the middle of the day. So yes, Joe, I've heard that. Yeah, I saw a map on that the other day to check in. Yeah, there's going to be partial eclipse thinning out hundreds of miles in each direction. Yeah, they're saying animals are all gonna get ready for night. The chickens are gonna roost and wild birds are gonna settle down for the night and everything. Yep, street lights are gonna be coming on. Not here though. I'm not going into the city. In fact, they accidentally scheduled me for physical therapy that day because they scheduled me for the next 8 weeks for Monday and Friday. And on Friday, she said, we made a little mistake. Get you scheduled for April 8th. We're actually not going to be open that day. Because she said they don't even know if people's going to be able to get there. And she said if you can get there, probably their parking lot's going to be full. So she said they're just shutting down for the day. So that week I'll be going Wednesday and Friday. Yeah, can you imagine back when there was no media, so stuff like this wasn't advertised, or what people must have thought It's all of a sudden in the middle of the day, it got dark. Well, Emily, since you're not going to be in the total eclipse, I don't think you're going to have the traffic problems there that the area which is going to be the total eclipse is going to be. Because this is only the third total eclipse in the United States. I'm sure there's been one on the other side of the world or something. But this is only the third one in my lifetime in the United States. So it's a big thing. Yeah, that'll be a long time to check in. Yep, they probably did burn those witches, Jonesy. Yeah, I'm sure somewhere in the world it's been happening on a regular basis, Jonesy. Yet the chicken, by the time that happens, well, I was gonna say you'll be retired, but I don't know. Will they keep pushing retirement age up? You'll probably still be working then. Cats are all falling asleep. Kind of got my doubts that I'll be alive in 2079, but you never know. Yep, 55 years to pulp that. Ouch. Yeah, that's a good plan, Joe. Well, I think it's time for me to get a cup of coffee. So this gives everyone a chance to talk about me. And I won't know about it until I come back and read the chat. Yeah, I didn't know where the next um total eclipse is gonna be, but I read that the next one is gonna be 2045. Okay, I'll be right back, everyone. Just gotta go get a cup of coffee. Are you talking about me? Let me see. Who's talking about me? Yep, I might be alive for that one to chicken. I see Buster. That's one of Brett and Deborah's cats. He's out there on the roof of the well house. Hey, you want a cup of coffee, Judy? Come and get it. I'll make you a cup. I'm not baking a cake. Although, I guess you can make cakes in a crock pot. I've never tried that. Hello, Bobby. But once I get moved, then I'll be able to bake a cake. And DJ's got the wine. Yep. I pawned that piano. Got $5 out of it. Here we go. Hello, Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures. I've got cookies. That's one thing I got at Aldi's the other day. And I've got some Little Debbie's banana cakes. Boy, those are good. I knew they would be. How can you go wrong with banana? I saw them a couple weeks ago. Got a package of them. Then I had to get another one. Mint striped fudge cookies. The other ones I don't have right here with me. They are I think they're fudge striped oatmeal cookies. Okay, you made me look, see what kind of cookies they were, so I gotta have one now. Yes, fudge stripes are awesome. Oh, yes. I haven't had any apple Newtons in a while. They are good. I wasn't even going to have a cookie until you guys started talking about cookies. Started asking me questions about them, and okay, that's it. I got to have one now. That's right, Joe. Teddy, get off the keyboard. Here, buddy. I'll help you out. There you go. Yeah, soon I'll be looking up some recipes to make some cookies. I like homemade cookies. Yes, Judy. Judy, I can honestly say I have never gotten anything bad that you've sent to me. I might make those, Emily. And when I was a kid, I used to make. It was a very simple cookie. It was in a kid's cookbook that I had. For such a simple cookie, that was good. There was nothing fancy about it. It was just your average cookie. It wasn't chocolate or any of the fancy flavors or anything. But those were pretty good. But you're welcome, Judy. And I don't have to worry about putting bread inside my cookie tin, Emily. I ate the cookies too fast. I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. Because that's 3 of the major food groups right there. Well, Bobby, can't really say I'm ready for it, but let it come. We're not going to stop it. Well, those sound good, J&B. Yeah, sorry to hear that, BK. Well, they say wine in moderation is good for you, Emily. But they're talking more like one or two, no more than that. Here's Teddy. Well, I guess that's one way to look at that, Mike. Well, Judy, you can always use the excuse that Dogman uses. The dryer shrank your clothes. I was trying to tell him one day, no, I have gained 30 pounds. That's why my clothes are too tight. Nope, dryer shrank them. A three's not really excessive, Emily. I know they say one or two, but now if you're drinking a dozen glasses a day, that'd be a different story. Oh, thank you. Teddy is adorable. I love his markings. It'll warm up here soon, Bobby. I hope. Yeah, they might, Joe. You put them in the closet, they fit. Go to wear them the next time, they're too tight. Well, I was comfortably wearing 2X t-shirts. Now a 2X is kind of tight on me, but I can still wear them. So, well, I guess I'm not doing too bad. Yeah, Emily, 2X or 3X. I usually try to get 3X if I can because 2X is, it's not bad, but they are just a little bit tight on me. But I'm planning on losing some weight, so then hopefully I'll definitely be a 2X again. Yeah, I like the extra room. My shoes are, I usually try to get a 13 now. I used to be 10 and a half. But then when I got fat and started getting older, my feet got a little bit bigger. And then I had an infection in my left leg, and my leg, foot, and everything swelled up real bad. That was in 2015. And then when the swelling went down, my leg and foot, especially my foot, never went back to its normal size. My left foot, I've been swelled up for the past 9 years now. I asked my doctor about it after a year or so, that it was still swelled up like that. And he says, that's normal. It'll never go back down. There's something about it swelled up so bad that it damaged something in my foot. And he said that will never go back down. So now I can wear a 12 wide. In fact, that's what I prefer. But it's almost impossible to find wide sizes. So I usually go over 13. Well, I like my pants snug enough so they don't fall down. But I like them loose enough so the seam doesn't rip out when I move, too. Well, thank you, Mike. Well, I was 6 foot at one time. I don't think I'm 6 foot anymore. When I was in my 30s, I took ninja classes. My son was in karate. And since they started having ninja classes one day a week, you know how to do that? So I did that with them. And then Friday night, everyone would get in on the sparring. So I'd be sparring with the karate students. Yeah, I can't do any of that anymore, Emily. Hello, Half Acre Homestead. Friday in physical therapy, after doing everything that they had me do laying down, all the stretches and everything, then she wanted to do a few things standing up. And she put me right by a bar to hang on to when I did that stuff. 'Cause I'm not too good on my feet. Oh yeah, Judy. I've seen you guys side by side. Tony is just slightly bigger than you are. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Mike. Yeah, I finally figured out now that I've got limitations. I know what my limitations are. And I try not to push past the limitations. Yes, J&B. I think I will. They're doing, for the most part, doing things a little bit different. I've got some of the same exercises that I had there. But I think they're gonna do a little more with exercises than they are machines, because they don't have a lot of machines there. And the one advantage to the exercises versus the machines is most of that's all stuff that I can do at home also. And I remember the other night I was talking about that one machine they had me hooked up to that I didn't know what it was. It's an E-stem machine. Don't know if I'm supposed to be hooked up to one of them or not, but I know it feels good. Sure not hurting, that's for sure, J&B. They couldn't do the dry needling on Friday because there's only one of them that's qualified to do that, and he's only there on Monday. And he's at other locations the rest of the week. So I'm sure he'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I hope it does too, Judy. I think it is. and then go back and see my doctor week from Thursday, I believe it is. It's April 4th. I believe that's the week from Thursday. And then I'm going to refill my gabapentin and see what she's got to say about everything. Yes, it is Jane B. It's in Waldron. And there's other locations that they have. Thought I had the card right here, but I'm not seeing it. But they got several other locations around the area. And they already had primaries here, Emily. Our primaries were, I think it was the first week in March, if I remember right. Yes, Jane B. Once I move, it's going to be a lot shorter. I'm going to be 11, 12 miles from it versus about 35 now. Yeah, everything's going to be shorter once I move. So that'll be good for not driving as many miles. Because right now, I'm driving right around 1,000 miles a month. And once I move, that's going to be cut drastically. The round trip to go into Waldron and back is going to be less than 25 miles. And now it's about 70 miles. Yep, that's right, Joe. Ducking through the doorways. Yeah, it's a little farther than 4 or 5 miles. I think it's about 10 miles right to the city line. Hope that's not rain that I hear. I'm going to shut off my air purifier so I can hear. No, I don't think it is. That's good. when I went to the laundromat yesterday, there was only 2 washers available in the whole laundromat, and I needed 2 washers, and they weren't close to each other, and all the dryers were in use. So even if I used one of those washers, I don't know if there would have been a dryer available when I got done. So I didn't do any laundry. So today, I washed out enough clothes by hand so I'd have clean clothes for tomorrow. And I got them hanging out on the line, and I want to make sure I get them before it rains. But let me see here. It'll be 12 miles, so 24 miles round trip once I move. And Waldron's not that big, so basically 12 miles, maybe 13 where I go to get propane. But basically, you can say 12 miles to physical therapy, 12 miles to the grocery store. Yep. I know usually they figure if you just search the town, they're going to figure right to the center of that zip code. Yep, I'm happy with this air purifier here. It pulls a lot of dust out of the air, I know that. And once I move, I think I'm actually getting another one just like this. I have one in the living room, and then I'm going to put one in my bedroom too. Because those are the 2 rooms that I'm probably going to be in the most. Not necessarily, Emily. Because all the washers that were in use, they're all going to be getting done before my clothes would be. So then they're going in the dryers. Nope, it wouldn't be a pleasant little walk, Joe, that's for sure. And I couldn't make it anyways. Yeah, right now, JB, I'll probably be doing 3 trips a week. Because I got physical therapy. Well, sometimes it might be 4. Like next week. Because I got physical therapy Monday and Friday. So while I'm there for physical therapy, also if I need anything from the grocery store or whatever, or if I need chicken feed, I'll get it one of those trips. And then I usually go every Saturday to get the breakfast buffet at the Rock Cafe. And if Harps is running a meat sale, that's always on a Saturday. So then I'll do whatever on that day. Lately, it's been about 2 trips a week. I'd be going usually Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, but I don't like to go on Wednesday because Wednesday's kind of a hectic day for me. And then on Saturday. But now with physical therapy, I'm going to change that a little bit. But next week, I'm going to end up going Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because I got the doctor's appointment on Thursday. But I don't make any special trips, that's for sure. And you're not too far out of Hot Springs, are you, Judy? Hello, Templin Acres. Yeah, I definitely would like to get a washer. And I can put up a clothesline and dry stuff on good days. Well, washer is one thing I definitely do want to get. No, on those earwigs, Emily. Yeah, I've been reading about that, Templin Acres. All the northern states have been getting snow. Oh, that's good, Emily. I know the area where I used to live, they've been getting snow the past few days. Good night, JMB. Thanks for being here. Hello, Wanda. Oh, that's good, Templin Acres. That's the way I used to look at it. Prepare for the worst, and then if you get less, that was a good thing. Hey, Batman. You want to say hi to everyone in YouTube land? I guess that was a no. Batman started walk over here. You want to say hi to everyone in YouTube land? He turned around and walked the other way. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, Bobby. I know RDOT's been issuing advisories for a month or better now. Plan ahead. Don't plan on traveling around that time. Yeah, I plan on getting my van filled up with gas. Not that's really going to matter unless they run out of gas. But I don't plan on going out around that time. But still, I'll fill it up. So then if it is, maybe be a week before then get all the stations filled back up with gas. Who knows? And I got to get some gas in my generator. I've been meaning to do that for a while now. I kind of hate two in one way because gas doesn't keep all that long. But I do want to get some. So I have that if I need it at some point. I use the non-ethanol gas in my generator. So I kind of hate to dump that in my van if I don't have to. But if it sits around too long, that's what I'll do. I just dump my van and get fresh. Well, that costs almost $1 a gallon more. But they say with small engines, you should use non-ethanol. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got propane. I just filled 3 20-pound tanks last week and haven't started using any of them yet. And I've got good supply of groceries. But I will reevaluate what I might need. And then probably by the middle of next week, I'll start getting that. Like bagels and bread and stuff. To make sure I have enough of them to last. I'm going to plan on having enough of everything to last until the following Monday after the eclipse. Just in case they have trouble getting stuff stocked back up. With all those extra people coming in, you know, they're going to be buying everything. Well, Wanda, I was saying that last week was a very, very busy week for me. Monday and Friday, I had physical therapy. Then on Tuesday, had to take Oreo to the vet. Thursday, had to go to Fort Smith, which is an hour and a half away, to get my windshield replaced. And while I was there, I was just 4 miles from Aldi's, so went to Aldi's, got some groceries. And of course, being on the road so many days last week put me behind on everything. But the only good thing is I'm feeling a little bit better now that I started physical therapy. I think with just the first 2 days, it actually has made a little bit of difference. So, last couple of days, I've been trying to catch up on getting the chicken waterers cleaned out. Today, I got all the waterers filled up. Got all the feeders filled up. So, I wouldn't even have to touch them for 2 or 3 days now. So that helps out there. And one thing I don't have done yet is my litter boxes are overdue to be cleaned out. I got to get that done. Like, I have to do that tonight after I get done with the live. Because cats don't like using dirty litter boxes. And I don't want them using my bed, so I'm going to make sure I get them done. Hello, Beverly. Oh, my mom used to love knitting, crocheting, all that type of stuff. I may get a sewing machine at some point, so when I have some sewing that needs to be done, I can do that. Well, that sounds interesting with those Easter eggs, Beverly. Well, Wanda, you come down and visit. Throw one in your car. Yeah, I know that's the problem with living so far apart. Not really, Emily. But I have done a little bit of sewing in the past. But I have a seam in a shirt that there's a couple inches of it is out. I'd love to be able to sew that back up. And I don't know, there's been a few other things, I guess, wish that I could have sewed up. Yeah, my eyesight's not what it used to be yet, for sure. Because up until I was probably 30, I had 20/20 in both eyes. And I think that was about the time that it started going down a little bit. And now my eyesight's really down. I can still see stuff close up pretty good. But far away, I can't see. Eyesight in my left eye for distance is 2200, and it's 2060 in my right eye. Well, I done sound good, Bobby. Maybe it was rain I heard out there. Because I don't want those clothes getting wetter than they already are. Because since I had to do up a hand, I can't wring them out like a washer can spin them out. So it's going to take longer for them to dry to start with. And I got to get out there tonight and get them in, and don't really have a place to hang them in here. But see what happens. But I don't want to wear dirty clothes tomorrow, so maybe they'll dry once I put them on. Yes, Spellcheck likes to change stuff all the time. Yeah, the pollen's been bothering me a little bit, Beverly. Not horrible, but I can't really, don't really want to call it pain, but I've had continuous discomfort in my sinus area the past few days, maybe a week or so. I've been sneezing more than usual, but I've had times when it's been worse than this, though. Yeah, my glasses are bifocals, but a lot of times I have trouble looking through the bottom because a lot of things I need to see up close, you're not actually looking down to see. So sometimes that can be kind of a pain. So a lot of times I'll just take my glasses off when I see something up close. Don't say that, Tony. Because I didn't get those clothes washed early enough. So I had to leave them out there. Nah, I don't think so, Judy. I'm going to physical therapy tomorrow. I'm not going to Walmart. Can't wear my pajamas to physical therapy. If I was going to Walmart, yeah, I'd wear my pajamas. Everyone else does. Actually, I have never done that. Well, I hope you're able to, Wanda. It'd be great to meet you. Yeah, my sight up close isn't 2020, but it's not terrible. So that's how they did my glasses. If I'm actually reading something and hold it here, I'm okay with looking through the bottom part of the glasses. But like if I'm running my debit card, yeah, I know I keep disappearing on there. I know no one's commented about that, but I can see I keep disappearing. Like if I'm running my debit card and you got to confirm the amount and put in your PIN and everything on the touchpad. Well, I'm not looking right straight down at that. And I can't see the screen on there with my glasses on. Or it'll distort it and I'm pushing the wrong button and stuff. So I take my glasses off for stuff like that. Yeah, it'd be great if you could make it to one of the meetups, Wanda. Or we can just have I'll get together with the people in this area too. Yeah, I don't think I'm wearing my PJs to Walmart. But when I was working at the store that I last worked at, you should have saw some of the stuff that people came in there wearing. Had a lady come in one night wearing slippers. And we had probably 6 inches of snow in the parking lot. And here she comes in with slippers on. And you know what her excuse was? What was the easiest thing there was to put on? Well, I'm sorry, but if I'm going out in snow, I would have put my boots on, not slippers. Oh, that'd be a nice trip, Wanda. Hello, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. No, people don't care in Walmart. Yeah, I had to switch so bad on a washer one time, Bobby. So it would think that the cover was up on the washer. I bypassed the switch on that. Just eliminated the switch, and hooked the wires together. So then it thought the cover was closed all the time. That worked for me. Yes, Emily, that's a good idea. But I'm not kidding you. This woman was walking through 6 inches of snow in slippers. And then she's complaining because her feet were cold. That was the best part. Yep, some of them don't care what they wear. How you doing, Superman? Might have to take Superman back to the vet. See what happened. He seems to be pretty congested tonight. He seems to go through spells like that, and then they'll clear up and be good for a while. I'm almost wondering if he's got allergies. Oh yeah, you might get some well, Wanda. If you're going to Florida, might get to swing over this way. And if you don't happen to be coming at a time when there's a meetup, we can make our own meetup. Yeah, of course our feet were cold. Yeah, sometimes they just don't think those things through. In the area where I was, there was a good amount of people there that were not known for their intelligence. Some of them would do some crazy things. Oh, that's not bad, Bobby. If it's only $4, I don't blame you for getting that. The light is nice and kind of nice to be able to stop that drum, too. That's good, Wanda. I know you have intended to do videos of Prince Edward Island on your channel, but when you're out traveling, that's some more content you can put on. Because sometimes I think about the places that I've been over the years and the videos that I could have made from that stuff. Well, that's good. Looking forward to that, Wanda. I've been to Niagara Falls a couple times. That would have made a good video. I was on a whale watch one time. 28 miles out into the Atlantic off the coast of Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Yeah, you're going to have trouble getting more subs until after you get some videos up, Wanda. I've seen that with a lot of channels that they've tried to get people to subscribe to them before they started putting videos out, and a lot of people won't subscribe to the channel. They don't have any content on it yet. I've got to check. I was subscribed to you. Hopefully I still am. But I don't know if I subscribed to my other 4 channels. I'll have to check that, Wanda. Because maybe I can give you 4 more subs. Yes. We saw a lot of whales that day. Guess you call him the captain, but the one operating the boat there, he said he'd been doing that for over 30 years, and that was the best day he had ever seen. There was a lot of whales. And there was an island that had a lot of dolphins around it. He was going to swing over by that island on the way back, but a storm was coming up on the way back. So he just turned around and went full throttle all the way back. He said we weren't in any danger, but he said he prefers not to be 28 miles out to sea when a storm hits. Oh, that's good, Wanda. Yeah, the thing you have to do, Emily, is you have to make sure that whatever person you go with or company, if they have a fleet of boats or whatever, you have to make sure that they have a good reputation and they actually know what they're doing. Because this guy here, he knew exactly where to find the whales, and he was talking with other people. So he was taking us to the best area. Okay, Des, thanks for being here. You have a good night. Judy's about hour and a half for me, Wanda. Once I get moved, it's going to be a little bit longer, but it won't be too much farther. There doesn't seem to be too many comments coming in now. Let you know what's coming up. Tomorrow and Friday, I have physical therapy. So hopefully that'll go well. I'm sure it will. And then see what else we have coming up this week. I think that's the only definite things I have coming up this week. Next week, I have a doctor's appointment with my primary doctor on Thursday, along with physical therapy Monday and Friday. And I got some filming done. Thank you, Emily. I got some filming done today for my next video. And I have those 2 review videos I still got to get done. I'm going to try to get them done this week, since I'm not going to be quite as busy this week. Oh yeah, Emily. Interviews can be not fun. That's for sure. Well, other than that, got some more work I need to do on the chicken run. Okay, have a good night, Half Acre Homestead Outdoors. So then I can get the... Good night, Mike. Then I can get the little birds separated. So then I can get Earl and his girls back together. And then once the weather wants to cooperate, get these guys out there. So if I can't get them outside soon, I'm going to have to set up another brooder in here. And I really don't want to do that. I don't really have the room in here. So I'm hoping I can get them outside. because they're almost fully feathered now. So if it was only getting down in the 40s, mid 40s, wouldn't bother me quite so bad, but it gets down to mid 30s, and especially rain at that time, that's gonna make me a little more nervous. Yep, I know what you mean there, DJ. I've had that happen before, many times. Yeah, Emily's looking for some sunshine to be sent to New York. Okay, everyone. Well, I've been on here almost 3 hours. Uh, 69 degrees in here right now, so I don't have to worry too much tonight. Thank you, Joe. Good night, Wanda. I got another live Wednesday evening at 10 o'clock Central. Yep, I'm at 2 hours and 48 minutes right now. So, well, thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. And thank you to all my members. I didn't mention it, but that's been scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And also, in the description of this live is links to the content creators. There's some of the members that it won't come up when I try to link them. There's one or two on there that aren't content creators, but most of them are content creators. So go ahead and check those channels out. Okay, I'll see everyone the next time. Have a good night.